Hi everyone, this is our Feature Friday episode number 32. My name is Dimitri and here with me is Kirill.
Hello.
Yeah, it has been some time since we had Feature Friday. I think the last time it was in the end of January. A lot had happened since then. Excuse me. In our company and in the world. Just last week, we attended Social Media Marketing World in San Diego, and we talked to many of our current and future customers and learned a lot in the process. Thank you, guys, by the way. And at the conference, we released our live streaming studio, which received universal praise from everyone, even from our competitors. I think the only time we heard so many good stuff about our software is when we first released Wave, also on Social Media Marketing World. And now we look at Wave.video as a video creation platform where you can create videos and images, by the way, stream, record videos, edit videos, and also host videos. Okay, so back to new features. We had lots of updates released silently, both in the editor and in the studio. Lots of bug fixes and also lots of features. Kirill is going to show all the new stuff in the editor, and after that I will show new features in the studio. And we will be answering all the comments as we go, so feel free to comment anytime. Okie dokie. Kirill?
Okay, hi everyone. So you may are not quite correct. So it's been a while since we both were on Feature Friday. I did some Feature Friday alone. So okay. I've been missing you together. All right. So again, thank you for everyone who came to our booth and saying how much you love our editor. We are not giving up on the editor. So we developing our streaming platform, but the editor is developing full speed. So right, so let me share my screen. Let's get right to the editor. So first thing that probably everyone have noticed, and we made our timeline a little bit colorful. So it's probably it's a very tiny fix, but in terms of how it looks now, how distinguishes the blocks now. So I guess and I hope you will appreciate it, right? So our timeline now looks, I would say, stunning, right? So all different objects have different colors, and yeah, so especially now, given the fact that we have many layers, right? It's especially handy. So another tiny feature you probably will find. So if you just drag and drop the playhead, it's gonna follow. So it might be pretty obvious feature, but we have not done that until now. So right now, if you need just to find a specific spot in your timeline, so just drag and drop this line, and it's very convenient. So another feature, it's about captions. So here I have captions. Let me remove them for a while. So here's a video, is a person talking. And if I press auto captions, now there's a new option. So now you can specify what kind of captions you want. Is it going to be one line or two lines? So let's try it with one line, right? Create captions. It must be fast since we already generated that. And see, now it's one-line captions, right? And even more, now we can actually edit these captions, right? Like the text, right? So all the editing is working now and work, right? So a lot of people asked about this. So we have this inspector on the right side where all the captions are in one place. but it's very often the case when you want to edit them right here, right? So now it's all possible. All right, and one more pretty cool feature. You probably have noticed that it's a new menu item. Now you can create blank video and blank image. So I already announced this project a couple of weeks ago, and now we have released it. So let me showcase it really fast. So this tool you can use for making thumbnails for your videos, or you can use it for making overlays for your live streams or for your announcements in social media, etc. So I will just show how fast it is to create a thumbnail. So let's say add a background. So some background, because it's images, I like this one, right? So now let's go to layouts, and I want this thing to be on the background. So I drag and drop. Remember, you can drag and drop things between different placeholders. And now let's go to uploads, and right, there is this person from the previous video, right? So let's go to text, and now there's something about live streaming. Okay, let's drag and drop it here, right? And here we are. Here we are. So this is what you can do with this is just you can download as a JPEG or whatever you want it, or PNG, or you can send right to live streaming. So I'm not going to be covering right now, but it's a very cool feature. So it instantly pops up in live streaming. Okay, let's download the image. So all the options you have, PNG, GIF, JPEG, right? And here it looks like in the projects grid. By the way, we renamed my videos to my projects, since now this contains not only videos but also images. So on this project, you see there is no duration, saying it's an image or thumbnail, right? And all new items are different, so you can actually edit image, right? So you click edit image, and yeah, and actually it's the same. It's the same user interface. We just removed all the video stuff, right? All the things you already are used to. Let's click remove background. Must work. Yeah, here we go. So I remove the background, and now it's my perfect cover for a video. All right, Dima, back to you.
Yeah, thank you, Kirill. Yeah, it was a great way to create thumbnail, by the way. Yeah, okay. Let's see. Yeah, Karen says awesome new way to edit captions, but looks like not everybody heard it. And maybe it's because of the network issues. I'll talk about it later. Okay, let's see what other questions we have so far. Mike says, big fan of Wave. Just a few questions. The only way I can make a rectangle around something is to use a shape. But when this gets stretched, the edges no longer have the same thickness. Yeah, I guess you're talking about placeholders with the background. Can you get a better rectangle? Yeah, let us think about it. That's definitely a valid question. Yeah, it's another question for video streaming. Well, this is I know we promised it for quite some time, but trust us, this is on the roadmap. We just we have to find a way to do it. But this is definitely on the roadmap. Okay, and also Mike is asking, is there any chance we'll ever be able to get keyframing? Kirill, what do you think?
Well, it's hard to tell. If you probably could give us a specific example of a task you're trying to fix. We just probably don't want this, like, develop a generic complicated feature. So just leave a comment what kind of things or animations you're trying to achieve.
Yeah, Mike is saying, I trust with my children. Thank you for your trust. Okay,
well, I didn't expect that.
Okay, so let's actually let's see what kind of user caption. We'll only have edit option on the right side, and the edit caption can now be yeah. Yeah, basically that's what Kirill said. You can edit captions not right on the screen, basically, not using this panel on the right, which is kind of more visual. You see the captions, you click the mouse and edit the text. Okay, so let me now talk about the new stuff in Studio.
Oh, Dim, I'm sorry. Just Mike posted another comment. So we just want to move one object to one place to another. Again, let us think about it. We probably could come up with an easy way to do that. Right now, we have only like built-in animations for objects, but not like arbitrary move. Thank you for the feedback. We'll think about it.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let me start with the ticker, I guess. So if you don't know what it is, a ticker is a basically a special type of banner, text banner, text captions, whatever you call it, which can be scrolled on the screen, and you have a bunch of options to customize. So first of all, you can customize the direction. You can change the direction of the ticker, and you can also change the position of the ticker. But those customizations were from the beginning, and now you have you can change how fast it's going. It can go slow, and it can go fast, and it can go at regular speed. This is something lots of people asked, and we now have it. Yeah, and of course, it works in any style, as usual. Okay. So now, as you probably know, streaming is not always predictable. It depends on so many factors, and some of them are outside of our control, like internet speed, for example. And what is worse is that sometimes it looks okay on your side, but it's not on the destinations where you stream. In fact, just today, when we were preparing to this live and entered the room, it was clear that there are some network issues on Kirill's side. But to him, it looked fine because he was seeing his local camera. So the good news is that now you can independently check your network issues just by looking at your camera source. Let me show. Let me actually, you know what? Let me just share our live, and it's probably okay. One sec. Okay, so this is our studio. Yeah, don't pay attention to the zoom-in effect. So basically, what I'm gonna show you. So this is Kirill's source, right? And you see there are those bars here. And sometimes it also says that bitrate is too low. And in fact, it is low. As we discovered, it was some issues with Kirill provider or some router. So sometimes it goes too low, and sometimes it's fine. And if you hover over those bars, it can show you some extra information like some bitrate, but this is technical information. If you know what it is, then it's great. If you don't, just ignore it. You can just look at the bars, and as usual, if everything is green, then it's great. If you see like orange or red, then it's a problem. And again, it may look fine on your side, but if you see red bars, it means your video is not going to look okay on the other side, basically on where you stream. So it's a great idea just before you go live, maybe not just, but I don't know, half an hour before you go live, just open Studio and see how many bars you have. Maybe you have to restart your router or something like that. Okay, let me remove the share. Okay. So what else? Yeah, sometimes you need to turn off your camera, and instead of the camera, you want to show your picture, your avatar. For example, this is my virtual camera here. Okay, let me just remove this ticker. So, and I don't want to see this virtual camera. I can just turn off the camera, right? So now you can see my picture. And until recently, you couldn't actually upload your picture. We always showed some kind of default. Now you can go to, now you can go to room settings, personal tab, and just upload your picture, your avatar. And it will be shown instead of your camera when you turn it off. Okay, another thing. So some streamers get lots of comments, like really a lot of thousands of comments. And until recently, it was a real pain to manage all those comments. In fact, the whole studio was becoming so slow that it was sometimes it even crashed on some high traffic streams. And now we fixed most of those issues, and we can handle thousands of comments, and we also introduced some features that help you to manage those comments. Let me show you. So one of our users, Eric Hanley, he gave me permission to show his stream, to show his inside of his one of his recent stream. And you can see in this stream he had almost 3,000 comments. And before our changes, basically, if you got so many comments, the studio crashed. Now, as you can see, there are thousands of comments, and everything works fine. And we also we introduced. So again, we support now super chats. What super chat is a way to donate money on YouTube when you stream to YouTube. When people donate money, those super chats they have special colors. So depending on the amount you donated, they color it from like green to red. And so we support super chats now. First of all, if you have, we call them supers. If you have any supers, we show them in a separate tab called supers. As you see, it's colored, essentially colored comments depending on the amount. And we also show them slightly different on the screen. For example, let me I just would like to show it from this panel. So for example, this is a regular comment, right? And this is super comment. essentially we put the amount of the donation, and we have some kind of backdrop of the super color, right? Or it could be like yellow, like this. So it makes this comment kind of stand out, which is basically what people need. Okay, what else? Yeah, let me just switch to another share. Okay, so we completely redesigned the audio section in the brand. First of all, we split it into two basically categories, right? Sound effects and background audio. So what's the difference is that sound effects, usually those are just small effects like, I don't know, drum roll, laugh, that kind of stuff. And by the way, you can change the volume as well. And background audio is something which is essentially playing in the background, and you can even loop it. Again, you can change the volume as well. We basically, one of the reasons we split it so that you can assign different shortcuts. Since there is a limit to 10 shortcuts per section, so you can assign different shortcuts, and you can play sound effects and audio at the same time. Okay, what else? Yeah, you can change the volume now. So those things, we call them sources or feeds. You can change the volume of every feed just by clicking on those three dots. And you can see this volume slider, just change the volume. Just be careful, because when you essentially, until the half of the slider, it's basically from 0 to 100%. But after this middle, it goes exponentially, essentially. Not totally exponential. Basically, I think at this right end, I think it's 1600% of the original volume, something like that. And another feature which you can see right away, it's called director's voice. Basically, there is a even explanation what it is. So if you turn it on, right, so you immediately see that your feed, your source is basically has this red border, and also you can see this icon if you hover over. Essentially, what it means is that your voice is heard. You can speak on every scene, even if you are not part of this scene. It's essentially, it's kind of background voice which can be heard from everywhere, which is great. It's a great feature if you want to stay in the background and, I don't know, probably reply to some comments and essentially be helpful. People use it for all kinds of purposes, but it's a really cool feature. Okay, what else? Yeah, another thing which we added recently. So as you can see, when you hover over one of the sections, I don't know if you see it. Yeah, we show names of all the media in this section. Not all the time, but only when you hover. So why would you need it? There are lots of cases when people have like different videos, but it has the same beginning, like same thumbnail. I don't know, black thumbnail. They will start black, right? But then it's going to be different video. So it's very hard to know without the name what this video is. So this is basically a way to select the video or background or whatever without if it's the same, it has the same thumbnail. Okay, another great feature is that now you can reply to live chat. Okay, let me show it here. So as you can see, now you can reply to chats, and you can reply to all your destinations, or you can choose what exact destination you want to reply to. And just a warning, you cannot reply to any destination. Like, for example, you cannot reply to Facebook groups and your Facebook personal profiles. This is Facebook restriction, not ours. And but you can reply to YouTube and Facebook pages. And also now we have we added this leave button. This is by popular demand. Apparently, lots of people are confused. They don't really want to close the tab or window, and people need a button. So there's a button now. If you click leave, it will just close the browser. That's it. Okay, and the last but not least, what I want to show. Okay, let me just share this one. Okay, one sec. Yeah, as Kirill showed before, now we renamed my videos to my projects, and now you have my streams. So what we show in my streams, first of all, we completely redesigned those how we show the stream. So for example, this is the stream we currently in, right? So you can see it shows you, it has this tag live stream, it shows the time, it shows how many people are watching right now and how many comments we have total. You can see all the destinations. You can click on all the destinations and see this particular live video. And you can open the studio and you can invite people. You can invite guests. Just click it, copy link and send it to your guests. And so this is in progress. This is basically what is currently streaming. And upcoming, we show streams which you schedule to just create it, and basically streams which haven't started yet. For example, I have those 2 recordings. Those are not live streams. Those are just the recordings. And in the past tab, we show the streams which finished. And in those streams, again, we show how many minutes it was streamed. And again, we show total views, total comments. And from the past streams, you can do 2 other things. First of all, you can download the video. You can download the recording, the video MP4. And you can also open this video. We call it video dashboard. Let me just click on it. This is just our regular video dashboard. You can edit the stream, and you can do the usual stuff. You can get landing page of the stream. You can embed it. You can get analytics, and you can download the recording from the same as it's going to be the same recording as you can download from here. And another cool feature, it's available everywhere, not only in the past, in upcoming and progress, is it's called we call it duplicate. Essentially, it creates copy of your stream, and with everything, like with all the scenes, all the layouts which you created, and all the like preview descriptions and stuff. And it's a great way because it's a great way to copy, for example, your scenes from one scene to another. From one stream to another. Or for example, we do this feature Friday, right? We try to do it every Friday. So it's much easier to just create another episode. So I click here, duplicate, and I like change it to 34, right? Then I go here, I change the description, I change the time, and my preview is already kind of reused. I don't have to upload it again. I set up destinations. I want to, to change my destinations, and that's it. I click schedule. So, and again, if I created any scenes in my, okay, how do, yes, discard, okay, sorry. If I created any scenes, they will be copied, which is a great feature, which was asked a lot by people. Okay, okay, let me see. I think that's it for today. Let me just see what questions we have. Kirill, did you see any questions?
I see a few, probably. Are you using your streamer just Wave for multiple destinations?
Just the speed. Okay. Yeah, vertical streaming would be nice, definitely. The thing is usually, I mean, right now we cannot. Essentially, there are no destinations right now where we can stream in vertical. For example, Instagram. Yeah, you can stream to Instagram, but not through API. Instagram doesn't allow it. So you have to use Instagram app, or you have to use one of those services which use Instagram API illegally. And it's been known in the past that Instagram, from time to time, they go and just ban all the accounts which use those services. So it's kind of at your own risk. I wouldn't do it, but again, it's up to you guys. Angel says new features. Thank you. Okay, what else we have? Kate says, yeah, super chats are definitely a very important feature.
For one question, can we create folders on the overlays?
Sorry, I just put another one. Okay. Can we create folders under overlays? Not yet.
Yeah,
I'm not even sure.
right.
Yeah, I'm not even sure it's on the roadmap, but well, I guess you can kind of create new brand and use brand as a folder. In fact, some people call those brands folders.
Yeah, that's what we had.
Kirill, I think you're breaking up. I don't know. I don't hear you. Okay. Can you assign sound to scenes like your intro, outro? Sounds to scene. Yeah, it's a good question. The thing is, we deliberately made sounds to play across scenes. Essentially, for example, when you start background music, you don't want it to stop when you switch the scenes. You want it to play in the background. In fact, initially we had sounds assigned to scenes, but then we just switched to this other model because it's usually basically what people want. So the short answer is no. Sorry. Can we remove default? Can we remove default media? Oh, yes, of course. There is a toggle in the media tab, like in the beginning of the media tab. It says default media. You just toggle it back and forth. It will remove all the default medias from the tab. You can group immediate. Yeah, that's basically. Thank you. Great. Can you emote people in the chat? What about removing sound? That's great question, actually. It would be great feature. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. There are some people, I don't want to call them names, but basically trolls. Yeah, they come to chat and just spam it. You know what? I never thought about this, but it's a great feature. Definitely great feature. We'll try to come up with something. Thank you. Let me just. Okay. Tells. I use the Restream just Wave for the multiple destinations. We use just Wave. You don't need Restream to use to stream because we support multi-streaming natively. That has been said, we don't support all the destinations right now. I mean, all the possible destinations, right? We're working on it. LinkedIn is coming pretty soon. Like, I'm pretty sure within several weeks. And Twitch is also coming. And we have RTMPs, you know, which means basically every other destination is covered too if you willing to do some manual setup. Amazon Live, for example, you can do it through RTMP. Yeah, and you can, we support on business plan, we support right now up to 10 destinations at the same time, but we plan to increase the limit. Okay. What about recording vertical video on the studio and then upload to stories? Yeah, definitely. I mean, we're thinking about vertical videos for quite some time. There is a certain interest from people, but at the moment, at least, it's not enough to start working on it, unfortunately. Maybe in the future, maybe later this year, not at the moment. Tim says I experienced people who cause problems in chat, and yeah, Tim, this is great feature, as I said, and we'll definitely think about it. Thank you. Okay, guys. I think that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and see you next week.